Part 1. The Shaped Country. Vietnam, the land of the letter S. Vietnam is a Southeast Asian nation renowned for its distinctive shaped outline on the world map. This elegant curve is not only a geographical feature, but also a symbol of the country's grace, resilience, and unity. To the north, Vietnam borders China. To the west, it shares boundaries with Laos and Cambodia, while the east and south are embraced by the East Sea, one of the world's busiest maritime routes. Despite its modest area of about 332,000 square kilometers, similar to the US state of New Mexico, Vietnam boasts an incredibly diverse and fascinating terrain. Nearly 3/4 of its land is covered by mountains and hills, with Phan Xipang, the roof of Indochina, standing proudly as the highest peak in Southeast Asia. Beyond the mountains lie vast plateaus, dense forests, and fertile plains such as the Red River Delta and the Mekong Delta, which are vital to the country's agriculture and daily life. Vietnam is also blessed with over 3,000 kilometers of coastline, offering countless stunning beaches and scenic bays. Among them, Ha Long Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, stands out with its thousands of limestone islands rising dramatically from emerald waters, creating one of the most breathtaking seascapes on Earth. Equally remarkable is Vietnam's cultural diversity. The country is home to 54 ethnic groups, each with its own language, traditional attire, customs, and festivals. From the wooden stilt houses of the Thai people to the buffalo stabbing festival of the Cham, every tradition contributes to the rich and colorful tapestry of Vietnamese heritage. Together they form a nation that, though small in size, is immense in spirit, beauty, and cultural pride. Part 2. Vietnamese women, beauty, strength, and modern identity. Vietnamese women are often admired for their graceful beauty, soft manners, and inner strength. They are known for delicate features, gentle smiles, bright eyes, and a natural elegance that reflects the harmony between tradition and modernity. Yet beyond appearance, Vietnamese women embody resilience and intelligence, balancing family responsibilities and professional ambitions with remarkable determination. Across different regions, their charm varies subtly. Northern women are celebrated for their elegance and sophistication, often favoring simple yet refined styles. Central women carry a tender, modest grace, shaped by the harsh climate and a life of perseverance. Meanwhile, Southern women are known for their openness, warmth, and confidence traits influenced by the cultural blend of Vietnamese, Chinese, and French communities in the South. In recent years, Vietnamese women have made powerful strides in leadership and entrepreneurship. According to Forbes 2024, Vietnam has the highest percentage of female business leaders in Southeast Asia, with women holding nearly 40% of top executive roles. They are driving innovation in fields such as technology, finance, education, and healthcare, proving that Vietnamese femininity is not just about beauty, but also about capability and courage. However, traditional expectations still persist. Many women are expected to marry before the age of 30, and even successful professionals are often burdened with household duties. On average, Vietnamese women spend over 5 hours a day on domestic chores. Despite these pressures, modern Vietnamese women are redefining their roles, choosing to pursue careers, personal freedom, and happiness on their own terms. They are living proof that the soul of Vietnam's beauty lies in both gentleness and strength. Part 3. The world's most expensive coffee. Vietnam's unique coffee culture. Vietnam stands proudly as the second largest coffee exporter in the world, just behind Brazil. Each year, the country produces and exports about 1.7 million tons of coffee, most of which is Robusta, known for its bold, strong flavor and high caffeine content. Coffee has become not only a major export, but also a symbol of Vietnam's creative and vibrant culture. Among the many varieties, the most extraordinary is civet coffee, also called weasel coffee. This luxurious drink is made in a highly unusual way. Selected coffee beans are fed to civets, which naturally ferment the beans in their digestive systems. The beans are then collected, thoroughly cleaned, roasted, and ground. The result is a cup of coffee that is incredibly smooth, rich, and aromatic, with a price that can reach $1,000 per kilogram, making it one of the most expensive coffees in the world. But what truly makes Vietnamese coffee special is the way it is brewed and enjoyed. The traditional drip filter method, known locally as Phin coffee, produces a strong, flavorful cup, often sweetened with condensed milk, café sua da. It's a daily ritual that can be found everywhere, from street-side stalls to modern cafes, and is deeply woven into Vietnamese life. Over time, this culture of creativity has inspired new and delightful variations. Egg coffee from Hanoi, made with whipped egg yolks and condensed milk for a creamy texture. Coconut coffee from southern cities like Ho Chi Minh City and Nha Trang, blending coffee with coconut cream for a tropical flavor, and iced milk coffee, the beloved morning choice of millions. To drink Vietnamese coffee is more than to enjoy a beverage. It is to experience the soul of Vietnam, strong, deep, and unforgettable. Part 4. Motorbikes, the beating heart of Vietnam's streets. If there is one thing that truly defines everyday life in Vietnam, it is the motorbike. With over 75 million registered motorbikes, this small yet dynamic country has become a true kingdom of two wheels. In major cities such as Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, motorbikes make up nearly 90% of all vehicles on the road, forming a unique and fascinating traffic culture that both amazes and puzzles foreign visitors. The main reason for their popularity lies in affordability and practicality. The average annual income in Vietnam is around $4,000, while a new car can easily cost over $10,000, far beyond the reach of most citizens. Motorbikes, in contrast, are affordable, fuel-efficient, and perfectly suited to Vietnam's narrow streets and small alleys, where cars can hardly move. They allow people to travel quickly, park easily, and even carry incredible loads, from refrigerators and plants to chickens and pigs. For many Vietnamese, the motorbike is not just transportation, it is a way of life. Families ride together on a single bike, parents with children squeezed safely in between, a common and endearing sight on every road. Street vendors, workers, and students alike rely on their motorbikes as extensions of their daily rhythm. Despite the chaotic look of rush hour traffic, there is an invisible harmony. Locals seem to move instinctively, weaving through the crowd with surprising grace and precision. Foreigners often joke that Vietnamese drivers must possess some form of traffic telepathy, yet behind that humor lies admiration for a nation where order thrives in seeming disorder. The motorbike, in essence, represents Vietnam itself, resilient, adaptable, and full of energy, always moving forward, no matter how crowded the road ahead may be. Part 5. Superstitions, the spiritual side of Vietnamese life. Vietnamese people live in a world where the spiritual and the practical often intertwine. Despite rapid modernization, superstitious beliefs remain deeply rooted in daily life, influencing everything from business decisions to family rituals. These traditions reflect not ignorance, but rather a cultural mindset that values harmony between humans, nature, and the unseen spiritual world. One of the most common sights in Vietnamese homes and shops is the Thun Thai God of Wealth altar, placed on the floor near the entrance. People light incense and offer fruits, rice, and wine daily or monthly to pray for good fortune and prosperity. Business owners, especially, see this ritual as essential to maintaining success and positive energy. When it comes to major life events such as weddings, house construction, or store openings, the Vietnamese rarely choose random dates. Instead, they carefully consult astrologers or monks to select auspicious days that align with their zodiac signs and favorable energies. It is believed that choosing the wrong day can bring misfortune, while the right one ensures peace and abundance. Even numbers hold powerful meanings. The number 42 is often avoided because it sounds like death to, while 9ku symbolizes eternity and luck. This belief extends to house numbers, phone numbers, and vehicle license plates, where combinations with lucky digits can cost hundreds of dollars more. Superstition also plays a role in naming children, as parents consult fortune tellers to ensure that a name aligns with the family's zodiac and destiny. Though science cannot measure these beliefs, they continue to shape Vietnam's cultural identity. Ultimately, superstition in Vietnam is not just about fear of bad luck, it is about seeking balance, respect for the unseen, and a deep-rooted hope for harmony in every part of life. Part 6. Everyday oddities, the unique habits of Vietnamese life. Life in Vietnam is full of small but fascinating details that reveal the nation's creativity, practicality, and cultural depth. What may seem strange to outsiders often makes perfect sense to locals, turning everyday moments into reflections of Vietnamese lifestyle and wisdom. One of the most iconic sights in big cities like Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City is the sidewalk barbershop. With just a mirror hung on a wall, a folding chair, and a simple toolkit, barbers transform the street into their workspace. These humble stalls offer quick, affordable haircuts and shaves, attracting customers from all walks of life. Though there are no fancy services or air conditioning, the personal touch and sense of community make these spots beloved symbols of local life. Another unique habit is the tendency to wear thick jackets, masks, and gloves even in the scorching heat of 35–40 degrees Celsius. To foreigners, this might seem uncomfortable, but for Vietnamese people, it's an essential way to protect their skin from harsh sunlight and harmful UV rays. Fair skin has long been associated with beauty and social grace, so covering up is as much about health as it is about cultural aesthetics. Equally surprising is Vietnam's easy access to medicine. Pharmacies across the country often sell common drugs, even antibiotics, without prescriptions. Pharmacists are well-trained and frequently give quick, helpful advice, allowing people to treat minor illnesses conveniently and affordably. These small, everyday practices might seem unusual, but together they tell the story of a society that is resourceful, adaptable, and deeply human. In Vietnam, practicality meets culture in every corner, from a street-side haircut to the layers of clothing worn under the blazing tropical sun. Part 7. Marriage customs, love, tradition, and cultural diversity. Marriage in Vietnam is not just a union between two individuals, it is a blend of love, family, honor, and centuries-old traditions. Across the country's diverse ethnic groups, unique customs and rituals express the deep spiritual and communal meaning of marriage. In the northern mountains, there exists a fascinating practice known as wife kidnapping. Despite its intimidating name, it is not a violent act but a symbolic tradition. When a man and woman love each other and wish to marry, the man kidnaps the woman with her consent and brings her to his family home. If both families agree, a formal wedding follows soon after. The woman always has the right to refuse, and if she chooses to leave, no one can stop her. This ritual symbolizes commitment and respect rather than force. Among the Red Dao people, the customs are even more remarkable. Here, it is the woman who proposes to the man, a striking reversal of traditional gender roles. After marriage, the husband moves into the wife's home, and the family's property is managed by the woman's side. Children also take their mother's surname, a clear reflection of the Dao's matriarchal culture. Vietnam's ethnic diversity also appears in funeral and spiritual traditions. The Tay and Lolo people practice feeding the dead, bringing food close to the deceased's mouth as a gesture of eternal care. The Ha Ni carve wooden statues to represent ancestors, speaking to them as if they were still present. Meanwhile, the Ketu perform the grave-leaving ceremony years after a person's death, exhuming and cleansing the remains before reburial, a grand ritual of farewell that celebrates life's eternal cycle. These customs, while varied and sometimes strange to outsiders, all share one thing in common: a profound respect for love, family, and the invisible thread connecting the living and the departed, the very soul of Vietnam's humanity. Part 9. Nightlife in Vietnam, where tradition meets modern rhythm. When the sun sets, Vietnam transforms into a lively, colorful world of lights, sounds, and flavors. The country's nightlife is a fascinating mix of old and new, from bustling night markets filled with street food aromas to elegant rooftop bars overlooking glittering skylines. Whether you're in Hanoi, Da Nang, or Ho Chi Minh City, the night offers something for every traveler and every mood. One of the most beloved experiences is the night market. Streets come alive with hundreds of stalls selling clothes, souvenirs, handicrafts, and especially street food. The scent of grilled meat, sweet desserts, and freshly brewed coffee fills the air as locals and tourists wander through the crowds. These markets are not just shopping places, they are social spaces where people laugh, bargain, and enjoy the warm sense of community. For those seeking a modern touch, rooftop bars and nightclubs provide a different kind of excitement. From above, the sparkling city views blend with the beats of trendy music and the clinking of cocktail glasses. In cities like Ho Chi Minh City, the energy feels electric, youthful, confident, and full of life. But perhaps the most iconic part of Vietnam's nightlife is much simpler. The sidewalk beer culture. With small plastic chairs, cold mugs of fresh bia, and endless conversation, this is where Vietnam's social heart truly beats. People from all walks of life gather under the open sky to relax and share laughter. Other evening favorites include karaoke, where friends and family sing their hearts out, and riverside cafes, perfect for a calm, romantic night. Vietnam's nightlife at its core is not about extravagance, it's about connection. It's where tradition dances with modernity, and every moment, whether loud or quiet, feels alive with the spirit of the Vietnamese people. Part 10. Mysterious Places, the Secrets Hidden in Vietnam. Vietnam's natural beauty often shines under the sunlight, yet beneath its charm lie stories shrouded in mystery. From haunted villas to unexplored caves, the country holds countless places that blur the line between legend and reality, inspiring both awe and curiosity. One of the most mysterious locations is the Huong Giang Hotel in Hue. Once a luxurious destination for foreign guests, it became the subject of eerie rumors between 2007 and 2012, when a foreign company rented 3 entire floors but never used them. The rooms stayed locked, lights glowed all night, and even hotel staff were forbidden to enter. After several years, the furniture vanished overnight, leaving behind unanswered questions. Some say the floors were used for secret rituals, others believe they were haunted. Another chilling sight is the villa at 300 Kim Ma Street in Hanoi, abandoned for over 30 years. Despite many attempts to renovate it into offices or guest houses, all projects mysteriously failed. Locals claim to hear whispers and footsteps late at night, and some believe the villa was built on cursed ground. Even guards refuse to stay there after dark. Beyond the supernatural, Vietnam's mysteries also dwell in nature. Deep within the Phong Nha Bang National Park lies Sơn Dong Cave, the largest known cave on Earth. Stretching over 9 kilometers with ceilings reaching 200 meters high, it forms a hidden world of jungles, rivers, and rare species that have evolved in isolation. Only a limited number of explorers are allowed to enter each year, making it one of the planet's most exclusive destinations. These stories, from haunted houses to ancient caves, remind us that Vietnam's beauty is not only in what we can see, but also in the unseen, the mystery, spirit, and timeless wonder that live within its land. Part 11. The Most Beautiful Destinations, Vietnam's Natural Wonders. Vietnam is a land of breathtaking landscapes, where mountains meet the sea and history blends harmoniously with nature. From the misty highlands of the north to the sunlit beaches of the south, the country offers countless destinations that leave visitors in awe. At the top of the list stands Hat Long Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site famous for its 1,600 limestone islands rising majestically from emerald waters. Cruising through the bay feels like sailing through a dreamscape of towering cliffs, hidden caves, and serene lagoons. At sunrise or sunset, when golden light dances on the water, Hat Long reveals a beauty that words can hardly capture. In the northern mountains lies Sa Pa, a town of mist, terraces, and ethnic charm. Its stepped rice fields form a natural masterpiece that changes color with the seasons green in summer, golden in harvest. Travelers come here not only for the stunning scenery, but also to experience the warm hospitality of ethnic groups like the Hmong and Dao, whose traditions and colorful clothing enrich Sa Pa's cultural soul. Moving southward, Da Nang shines as a modern coastal city with long sandy beaches and the spectacular Dragon Bridge, while nearby Hoi An preserves the timeless charm of an ancient trading port. Lantern-lit streets, wooden houses, and riverside cafes make Hoi An one of the most romantic towns in Asia. Finally, at the southern tip of Vietnam lies Phu Quoc Island, the Pearl of the South. With its crystal-clear waters, white beaches like Bai Sao, and vibrant coral reefs, it's a paradise for both relaxation and adventure. Together, these destinations capture the essence of Vietnam, a country of endless beauty, where every mountain, river, and shore tells a story of wonder and peace. Part 12. Vietnam's Cuisine, a Journey of Taste and Courage. Vietnamese cuisine is a masterpiece of balance, blending sweet, sour, salty, spicy, and umami flavors into dishes that are both comforting and bold. Every meal tells a story of history, geography, and the country's deep connection to nature. From simple street food to daring delicacies, Vietnam's culinary landscape is as diverse as its people. The most iconic dish is phở, often called the soul of Vietnamese cuisine. A bowl of phở combines soft rice noodles, thinly sliced beef or chicken, and a clear, fragrant broth simmered for hours from bones and spices. Topped with lime, herbs, and chili, it captures the perfect balance between delicacy and richness, a harmony that defines Vietnamese cooking. Next comes banh mi, the famous Vietnamese sandwich born from French and local influences. The crispy baguette embraces fillings like pork, pâté, pickled vegetables, cucumber, and cilantro, a portable meal that's crunchy, savory, and refreshing all at once. In the South, cum tum, broken rice, is a symbol of everyday comfort. Served with grilled pork ribs, shredded pork skin, and a fried egg, it's finished with sweet and sour fish sauce that ties all the flavors together. But Vietnamese cuisine also dares the adventurous. Balut Thuong Vịt Lộn, a fertilized duck egg, is prized for its nutrition but can challenge first-time eaters. Thịt can, made from fresh animal blood mixed with spices and peanuts, is controversial yet remains a festive delicacy in rural areas. Even more daring is duong dua, the coconut worm larva, eaten fried, grilled, or even raw, a chewy, rich treat for the brave. What makes Vietnamese food so extraordinary is not just its taste, but its spirit, resourceful, creative, and deeply tied to the land. Every dish, from the humble bowl of noodles to the boldest street snack, celebrates life, community, and the endless curiosity of the Vietnamese palate. Part 13. Festivals, the heartbeat of Vietnamese culture. Festivals in Vietnam are vibrant expressions of faith, gratitude, and community spirit. They connect the present with the past, honoring ancestors, celebrating nature, and strengthening family bonds. From north to south, each region celebrates in its own way, yet all share the same joy and warmth that define Vietnamese life. The most important celebration of all is Tết Nguyên Đán, or Lunar New Year. It marks the arrival of spring and symbolizes renewal and hope. In the days before Tet, families clean and decorate their homes with peach blossoms, apricot flowers, and kumquat trees, representing luck and prosperity. During the festival, families reunite, offer prayers to ancestors, and share traditional dishes like bun chung and bun tet. Children receive red envelopes for good fortune, while the streets fill with lion dances and laughter, a vivid portrait of Vietnamese unity and joy. Another major event is the Huang Pagoda Festival, held from the 1st to the 3rd lunar months near Hanoi. Pilgrims travel by boat along the serene Yen Stream, surrounded by limestone mountains and forests, to visit sacred temples nestled in caves. It is both a spiritual journey and a chance to admire Vietnam's natural beauty. Equally significant is the Hung King's Temple Festival, celebrated on the 10th day of the 3rd lunar month in Phu Tho Province. Millions of people gather to honor the legendary founders of Vietnam, the Hung Kings, through solemn rituals, drum performances, folk games, and traditional music. The festival embodies the timeless Vietnamese saying, "Uống nước nhớ nguồn," when drinking water, remember its source. These festivals are not just holidays, they are living traditions that keep Vietnam's cultural soul alive, reminding everyone, both young and old, of where they come from and the values that unite them.